Good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you are moving today. Welcome back or welcome to Living Lightly. My name is Jillian. I'm a certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and Holy Yoga Instructor. And today is part 4 in our 7-part series of our spinal alignment focus. So we've been working our way up the spine. Today we're going to focus in on the area of the spine and the surrounding muscles around our heart. So lots of heart openers today. It may come in handy for you to have a pillow or a couple of yoga blocks. One of our poses is a really deep heart opener, so it may feel a little more supportive for you to grab a prop. Again, blocks or pillow, whatever you have. But of course, more importantly than our spinal alignment, we're going to focus in on aligning our heart and our thoughts back onto Christ. So hop into something comfy, grab your mat, and let's get started. Alright, so to begin today, we're going to come down and just have a comfortable seat. We are going to be here for a moment, so if it's more comfortable for you, you can utilize one of your blocks or your pillow to place it under your hips, to elevate your hips a little bit here. So coming down, we're going to bring our ears over our shoulders over our ribs, and our ribs over our hips here. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. We're just going to take a moment to check in. Slow down. And just notice. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere. Notice your breath. Notice if the Holy Spirit is putting anything on your heart today. And then just take a moment and notice your thoughts. Are they scattered? Are they thinking about what you have to do next? And if they are, that's okay. We're going to see if we can commit to being present here. Present in His presence. Beginning to deepen our inhale and lengthen our exhale here. And as we continue to settle in, I'm going to read our theme verse over us here. Like I said, our focus for our flow is going to be on really opening up through the heart and the muscles surrounding the spine, that's around the heart area. So I wanted to read from Mark chapter 12, verses 30 and 31. This is where the religious leaders are asking Jesus what the most important command is, and this is how He responds. He says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these." So He's saying, love the Lord your God with everything that you have, everything that you are, and love your neighbor as yourself. So I want to encourage you as we move, as we breathe, as we maybe challenge ourselves here today to think about that. Are you loving the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength? And are you loving your neighbor? Maybe the neighbor that's hard to love, maybe the neighbor that's easy to love. Just something to think about here. So you can continue to keep your eyes closed, or maybe you gently open the eyes here, but we're going to bring our hands onto our knees. On our inhale, we're going to think about sliding the shoulder blades back behind the heart as we lift the sternum. And on your exhale, we're going to draw the chin to the chest and round the spine back. Inhale as you lift the heart. If you're on that block, this may feel more comfortable for you to come down onto the mat. Following your breath here. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you round. Maybe you take the gaze up, incorporating the neck here. Exhale as you round. Just gentle seated cat-cow. Exhale, round. Then we'll do one more each way. Exhale, round. Again, coming back into a neutral position. Again, rooting down through our hips so we can lift tall through the spine. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, we're going to twist to the right by bringing the left hand to the right knee, sweeping the right fingertips back towards the base of the spine and looking over the right shoulder. So again, we can gently soften the shoulders away from the ears. And allowing your breath to take you deeper here. Okay, we'll take one more deep breath in. On our exhale, we'll return back to that neutral position. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead, finding that lengthening through the spine. And on your exhale, let's find that twist to the other side, sweeping the left fingertips towards the base of the spine. Looking over the left shoulder. Seeing if you can gently soften the shoulders away from the ears here. Breathing deeply. Take one more deep breath in. On our exhale, we'll come back into that neutral position. We're going to switch the feet just to engage our brain a little bit here. Interlacing the fingers here, we bring the hands behind the head. On your inhale, we'll take the elbows out wide. Think about a string on your sternum here, on your chest, pulling you upwards as we lift the heart. Inhale. On your exhale, we're going to draw the chin towards the chest and gently draw the elbows towards each other. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. Inhale as we lift, taking that gentle back bend here. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more each way here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift back up. This time on our exhale, we're going to draw our shoulder down towards the ribs here. Inhale, we'll return back to center. Exhale, let's find that side body stretch on the other side. Inhale, lift, still trying to keep the elbows out wide. Exhale, side body stretch. Rooting down through that opposite hip bone here. Exhale. One more each way. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, take it over. One more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, return back to center, lift the heart up. And exhale, gently release the hands. We're going to bring our hands behind us, unraveling our feet and taking our feet out about hip width apart. We're going to inhale, drop the knees over to the right. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the left, following your breath. So gently opening up through our hips here. If you'd like to open up through the heart, through the chest a little bit more, think about bending that opposite elbow so that you can press the hips forward. So inhale, we'll drop the knees over to the right, bend that left elbow. Exhale, knees to the left, bend through the right elbow. Just gently moving back and forth. Okay, we'll do one more each way here. And then we'll drop the knees over to the right. We're going to inhale, sweep the left arm up overhead. Think about sending this left hip bone forward. Exhale, reach it back behind you. Inhale as you lift, press the hip forward, opening up to the chest. Exhale, reach it back. You can stay here, or if you'd like, maybe add a little lift here, coming to what's called a half wild thing. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift. Reaching it back. Exhale, taking it down. Rooting down through that right palm. Inhale, open. Exhale, take it down. One more here, inhale, open. And exhale, take it down. Good, dropping the knees over to the left this time. We're gonna inhale, sweep the right arm up. Think about pressing that right hip bone forward. And exhale, reach it back. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you reach. And then you can keep your hips on the ground, or if you'd like, maybe you lift the hips up. Exhale, send the hips down, reaching it back. Inhale, press through that left hand. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale in. Exhale down. And one more here. Exhale, take it down. Good. We're going to gently swing the feet over to one side, coming into a tabletop position here. So bringing the shoulders in line with the wrists, hips in line with the knees here. We're going to take a few cat-cows. You can either keep the toes curled under or come onto the tops of your feet here. On your inhale, we're going to slide the shoulder blades back behind the heart, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And on your exhale, we're going to draw the chin towards the chest, draw your tailbone down and press up and out of your shoulders, feeling your shoulder blades pull apart. Inhale as you lift, arching through the back. Exhale as you round, following your breath here. And if it feels good for you, maybe you shift your weight side to side or front to back. Let me encourage you to find what feels best for your body today. Wherever you're at, we'll do one more each way here. Exhale as you round the spine up. Good, coming back into a neutral position, we're going to curl the toes under, walk your hands out in front of your shoulders slightly. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to send the hips down towards the heels. This is your puppy posture here. We're going to actively press to the palms, drop the heart down. You can stay here, or if you'd like, maybe you send the tailbone up, coming into a full downward facing dog. Now you can pedal to the feet if that feels good for you. But in this variation as well, we're rooting down through the palms so we can find that lengthening through the shoulders and drop the heart down. Breathing deeply here. On your next inhale, we'll look forward. On our exhale, we're going to walk it up to meet our hands in that forward fold. Good, bending your knees as much as you need to here. Maybe you nod the head yes or shake the head no. Just getting loose, allowing the spine to decompress. Okay, we'll come into a neutral position, bending the knees here. On our inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out side to side, take up space as you lift. And exhale the hands to the heart here. So lifting the heart towards the thumbs, drawing the thumbs towards the heart here. Bringing our ears over our shoulders, over our ribs, over our hips, and over our heels, coming into this mountain pose variation. We're going to root down through all four corners of our feet, so pressing into our foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift the heart. On your exhale, we'll take the arms out side to side as you dive forward, leading with the heart, rolling down to that forward fold. On your next inhale, we'll lift up halfway, lengthening through the spine. So you have the option to bring your fingertips down to your mat, to your shins, or to your thighs. Or this is another option where you can bring your blocks here to find that lengthening through the spine. Any variation is great as long as we're keeping that spinal alignment that we just tuned into in that mountain pose. Deep breath in here. And exhale, we'll roll it back down. Bending the knees, planting the palms. We're going to step it back to a plank position or plank variation. If you need to lower down onto the knees in order to keep that spinal alignment, that's a great option for you. Hugging the elbows in, deep breath in. On our exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Pressing through the palms. On your inhale, we'll loop the shoulders back, lift the heart up for this baby cobra. On your exhale, curl the toes under, press it back to that puppy posture, or send the tailbone up, downward facing dog. Again, rooting down through the palms so that we can melt the heart down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, let's walk it up to meet our hands. Forward fold. Good, pressing into your foundation. Sweep the arms out side to side. Take up space here. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Good. Interlacing the fingers here. You can extend maybe the thumb and the pointer finger if that feels good for you, or maybe take Charlie's Angels here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Think about knitting the ribs in. If you'd like to take this further, we're going to reach the hands back behind us. Think about lifting the heart up, engaging through our core, trying to soften your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, we'll take the arms out side to side. Lead with the heart as we roll down, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, your version. Exhale as we roll it down. Planting the palms, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation. You can always lower down onto the knees. Deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll lower down to the belly. Inhale, loop the shoulders back. Press through the palms to lift the heart for either this baby cobra, or you can press through the palms, extend through the arms, full cobra here. Trying to soften through your glutes as you slide the shoulders back, lifting the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog or puppy posture here. We're going to go through that series one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it up to meet your hands. Forward fold. Rooting down to rise up. Inhale, take up space. Lift the heart. Exhale, the hands to the heart here. Good, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up, engaging through your core. Knit the ribs in. Good. If you'd like to take it further, lift the heart. Maybe take your gaze up and back slightly. Exhale, open up, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, taking it down. Planting the palms, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation. You can always skip this reset. If you want to go straight to a downward facing dog, you always have that option. Otherwise, we're going to hug our elbows in, deep breath in. This time on your exhale, we're going to lower either all the way, or maybe you go halfway here. Inhale, press it up to your cobra variation. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's make our way back, downward facing dog. Good, take a few breaths here. Maybe you pedal to the feet. Again, reaching the tailbone up, pressing through the palms. We're going to root down through our left heel, so if you need to walk the feet up slightly, that's perfectly okay. On your inhale, we're going to sweep the right leg up. Now maybe you keep it low and hovering here. Maybe you really reach it up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll bend through that right knee. Keep the hips lifted. Maybe you come up to your left hip toes so you can keep the hips lifted as you step it forward, coming into a low runner's lunge here. Now you always have the option to lower down onto that left knee. If you need to, you can fold the mat over in half. Otherwise, you can stay lifted in this low runner's lunge. We're going to hug everything into our midline. On your inhale, press with this front foot strong. Lift up to this crescent lunge here. Now in this crescent lunge, we're going to try to bring that back heel over the ball of the foot. Good. Breathing here, bending through this front knee. Inhale, reach the arms back, lift the heart. Exhale, take the elbows out wide, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up, knit the ribs in. Exhale, take the elbows out wide, cactus arms. One more. Inhale, big reach here. Exhale, take the arms out. Inhale, reach it up. This time on our exhale, we'll fold it out. Planting the palms and stepping it all the way back, downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up. Pedal with the feet if that feels good for you here. We're going to root down into the right heel now. Inhale, lift the left leg up to whatever height feels good for you. Pressing through the palms here, finding that extension, deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll bend through this left knee. Keep the hips lifted to find that clearance so that you can step it forward. And reach that low runner's lunge, or option, drop down onto that knee. You decide. Good. When you have your foundation, hug everything into your midline. And on your inhale, press through this front foot strong, coming to this crescent lunge on the other side. Again, bringing that back heel over the ball of the foot. Breathe here. Soften in that back knee, bending through this front knee. Inhale, we'll pull the thumbs back, lift the heart. Exhale, take the elbows out wide, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. This time on our exhale, we're gonna fold it out. Planting the palms. Stepping back to a plank position or plank variation. Again, you always have the option to skip this reset. You can come down onto your knees if you need to. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're gonna lower down either all the way or halfway here. And on your inhale, lift up to that cobra variation. Sliding the shoulder blades back, pressing through the bones. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's make our way back, downward facing dog. Good, pedal to the feet here. Walking the feet up if you need to. We're gonna root down to that left heel. On your inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, we'll bend this knee, step it forward. Coming into this low runner's lunge. Now this time, we're gonna pivot on our back foot, turning our left toes out at about a 45-degree angle here. Trying to keep our shoulders facing towards the front of our mat. They do not have to be perfectly square. We're gonna bend through this front knee. On your inhale, root down to lift up, coming into that warrior one. Get a deep breath, really pressing through the sole of that back foot. Seeing if you can soften your shoulders away from your ears, keeping that front knee bent. If you need to shorten your lever, if this doesn't feel great for your hips, you can always walk your feet a little closer to each other. And everybody is different, depends on the day. Listen to your body. We're gonna interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind the head. Hug the elbows in here. And we're gonna gently press the back of the head into the hands and lift the heart up. Keep our front knee bent. Good, hold the pose, not the breath here. Are you loving the Lord your God with all your heart? What does that look like? Good, one more breath here. On our exhale, we'll pivot on that back foot. Release the hands down onto your mat. Good, planting the palms. Step it back, downward facing dog. And just gently pedal to the feet. Noticing how one side might feel a little different here. Good, rooting down to that right heel now. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. On your exhale, bend the knee, stepping it forward. Low runner's lunge to start off. Good, we're gonna pivot on that back foot, turning the toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Hugging everything into your midline. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead to that warrior one on this other side. Good, really pressing through the sole of that back foot, keeping this front knee bent. See where you can soften your shoulders down away from your ears. If you want to take it further, interlace the fingers. Draw the elbows towards each other here. Pressing the head into the hands, we're going to lift the heart, keeping the lower body where it's at. And breathe here. What would it look like for you to love the Lord your God with all your soul? One more breath, inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands down to your mat, pivot on your back foot. Planting the palms, we're gonna go for that reset here, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation. Hug the elbows in, deep breath in. Exhale, lowering down either all the way or halfway here. Inhale, lift this up for either that baby cobra or full cobra. You also have the option to press into the tops of the feet. Lift the hip points, the hip bones off your mat here for this upward facing dog if that feels good for you. On your exhale, let's come back to that downward facing dog. Good, find your breath. Pressing into the palms to find that extension through the shoulders, really reaching the tailbone up. Inhale, let's look forward. Exhale, walk it up to meet your hands in this forward fold. And bring down to rise up. Inhale, take up space as you reach it up overhead. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Breathing here. Interlacing the fingers, reaching the fingertips up. Maybe you take that slight back bend, reaching back, taking your gaze up here, softening your glutes, but knitting the ribs in. Deep breath in. On your exhale, take the arms out side to side, dive it forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, take it down. Bending the knees, planting the palms, and stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation. And you can always go straight back to downward facing dog, or if you'd like to go for this reset, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll lower either all the way or halfway here. Inhale, lifts you up for cobra. Slide the shoulder blades back behind the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's make our way back to that downward facing dog. We have one more warrior series here. You got it. And we're going to plant down to that left heel. Walk the foot in a little bit if you need to. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, we'll step it forward, low runner's lunge. Pivoting on our back foot, toes are out at about a 45-degree angle here. Then really planting down through the soles of both feet. Bend through this front knee, and on your inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Warrior one. We want that strong foundation. Not just physically here. We need that foundation on Christ. We're going to bring our hands down. You can either reach the arms back, or if you're able, maybe you interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down as you inhale, lift the heart up. On your exhale, we're going to drop our heart down towards our thigh here. Keeping that front knee bent. Lower body is holding. Inhale, press to that front foot. Lift the heart. Exhale, take it down, humble warrior. Knuckles reach up towards the sky. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you take it down. One more here. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, release the hands. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll pivot on that back foot as we lower down, plant the palms. Stepping it back to that downward facing dog. Catch your breath here. Breathing deeply. What would it look like for you to love the Lord your God with all your mind, with your thoughts? We're going to root down through our right heel here. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, we'll step that left foot forward. Low runner's lunge. Pivoting on our back foot, toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Rooting down through the soles of both feet here. Inhale, sweep the arms up for that warrior one. Good, bending through that front knee, pressing to the straight edge of that back foot. We're going to bring our hands down, either just reaching back, or maybe you interlace the fingers here. Inhale, send the knuckles down as you lift the heart. Exhale, drop the heart down towards the thigh. Strong lower body here. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it down. And one more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it down. Releasing the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, pivot on the back foot as we lower down, low runner's lunge. Option to skip this reset here, or step it back to a plank position. Hugging the elbows in, deep breath in. Exhale, lowering either all the way or halfway here. Inhale, presses you up for that cobra variation. Deep breath in. This time on our exhale, we're going to draw the big toes together here. Step the knees out as wide as your mat and send the hips down towards the heels. Reaching the fingertips forward so that we can melt the heart down. If it feels good for you, maybe you rest your forehead on one of your blocks or lower it down to your mat here. Take a moment to find your breath. If you'd like to open up to the shoulders, to the heart a little bit more, you can rotate your palms to face each other, or maybe you rotate your palms to face the ceiling here. What would it look like for you to love the Lord your God with all your strength, with your body? We're going to draw the palms towards each other here. Keeping our elbows down, we're going to gently bring the hands up towards your head, towards the back of your head. Feeling that stretch in the triceps. If palms don't stay together, that's perfectly okay here. Melting the heart down. One more deep breath in. On our exhale, we'll release the hands down. Deep breath in. On our exhale, we're going to come into a tabletop position here. So bringing the knees under the hips. Rooting down through our right palm here. Inhale, we're going to sweep the left arm up, find this twist. On your exhale, we're going to thread it through, keeping the hips up high, bending through that right elbow, lowering down. If it feels better for you to bring a block here, to rest your head on, to bring the mat up to you, that's always an option. If you'd like to take this further, think about pressing the back of the left hand down into your mat to open up to the back of the shoulder. Good. We're going to press to that right palm. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, we'll lower that left hand down to our mat. Rooting down to the left hand now. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. On our exhale, we'll thread it through, bending that left elbow. Again, maybe you need to stay lifted. Maybe you need to bring your block here. Or maybe you lower all the way down onto your mat. Whatever feels best for your body today. If you'd like to take it further, maybe press the back of the right hand down into your mat. And breathe here. The second commandment that he gives along with the first is to love your neighbor as yourself. I want you to think about, are you loving your neighbor? Not just the neighbor that's easy to love, but maybe the one that's a little harder to love at times. On our next inhale, we'll press to that left palm, reach the right arm up. And exhale the hand down. Walking our knees together here, we're going to take a deep breath in. On our exhale, we're going to send our hips down towards our heels. Walking our hands out in front of us, we're going to lower the head down. And if you want to open the shoulders a little bit more, you can bring your hands on a block or two, drop the heart down. Another option, if you'd like to try it, maybe you lower your head down to that block or to your mat and sweep your hands back behind you, allowing the shoulders to roll forward. Any variation, whatever feels best for your body here. I encourage you to think about too, how are you loving yourself? Are you gracious to others, but not to yourself? Are you compassionate towards others, but not to yourself?
How can you extend that love, that kindness, that compassion, that grace to others if you're not extending that to yourself as well? Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale fully. Bringing our palms under our shoulders here, we're going to gently lift up. Swing the feet around, having a seat. Good, sliding the glutes up. This is where you're going to want your blocks nearby. We'll be using them in just a moment here. Gently grabbing onto the backs of the legs. Take a deep breath in. Maybe lift the heart up one more time. Exhale, we're going to roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time. And when you get down, we're going to gently hug the knees into the chest. Maybe you rock a little side to side to relieve any tension through the hips, through the lower back. Let's extend the feet up towards the ceiling here, just gently pedaling through the feet, allowing that blood to flow in the opposite direction. We're going to take our arms out into a T position, or maybe you take cactus arms here, bending at the elbows. Taking the knees down to a tabletop position, we're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to allow the knees to fall over to the left here, keeping that right shoulder on your mat. If you want to take it further, we're going to look over to the right, coming onto the right ear. Taking a deep breath in. On our exhale, engaging our core, we'll turn our head first and then draw the knees back to center. Good, resetting here on your mat, deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to allow the knees to fall over to the right, rooting down to that left shoulder. And if you want to take it further, maybe you turn down to your left ear. Breathing deeply. And we'll return our neck into a neutral position. Deep breath in. On your exhale, engaging through your core, we'll draw the knees back into that tabletop position. Good, hugging the knees into the chest. If it feels good for you, we're going to draw the nose up towards the knees, allowing the shoulder blades to pull apart here by bending the elbows. Deep breath in. On our exhale, we're going to gently lower down. Now this is where we're going to use our blocks or your pillow. We're going to come into what's called a fish pose. So I'm going to give you an option. If you don't have any props here, you can keep your knees bent, or you can extend the legs out long. Starting with soft knees, or that's what I'm going to start with, you're going to snuggle your shoulder blades together. Now bending at the elbows, you're going to come up slightly onto your forearms. We want to think about rooting down through the forearms. Okay? And then we're going to gently take our gaze up and back. This is your option if you don't have those props. Okay. Now if you do have those props, or if you have that pillow, you can roll the pillow and place it lengthwise on your spine, right in line with your heart. If you have one or two blocks, you have some options here. With two blocks, I'm going to place one block that will line up with my spine vertically here. And then I'm going to place this other block to gently rest my head down. So I'm going to bring this block behind my heart. I like to start with my knees bent. So that I kind of adjust my block as needed. You can also always do this with a foam roller if you have that option. Now again, if you don't have any props, it's going to be a little more active. You may feel your core engage a little bit more. If you have those props, it's a little more restful. And you can always adjust this block. You can turn it if you need a little more support for the head. If it feels better for you to gently drop the head down, that's an option. as well, but both or all variations, we want to think about snuggling the shoulder blades under us so that we're lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. Now, in terms of the lower body here, you have those options as well. You can keep the knees bent. Some people like to draw the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall side to side, coming into a reclined butterfly. Or it may feel good for you to extend the legs out long, drawing the heels together here. I'm going to encourage you to maybe play around with it. Find what feels best for your body today in this moment. And we are going to be here for a moment. So once you find that comfortable position, if you feel comfortable, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Allowing your body to be supported by your mat, maybe supported by your props here. Physically, we're helping to open up the muscles in the chest, the muscles that we associate around our heart. But this pose also reminds me to have an open heart. And as we settle into this pose, I'd like to read another passage of scripture over us. It comes from Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26. It says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." I'll read it again here. Ezekiel 36, 26. "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." I want to encourage you to maybe ask the Spirit to search your heart. Is there any part of your heart that is hardened? Maybe by someone or something else? Or maybe you've hardened your heart. The Lord promises to give us a new heart, to put a new spirit in us. That He's going to replace our heart of stone and give us a heart of flesh. A heart that is vulnerable, but a heart that can love well. That can love God, that can love others. So you're welcome to stay in this fish pose here. Or if you'd like a more traditional ending, we're going to gently lift up, removing our blocks, our props, and gently coming all the way down onto your back. Again, you have the option to stay in that pose here. Just finding what feels best for your body here. Noticing how your body feels physically. Noticing where your thoughts are going. And if they've wandered, it's okay. We can come back to this moment. And notice your spirit, notice your heart here. God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time, this opportunity that we can move, that we can live, that we can have our being in you. That we can slow down, that we can maybe challenge ourselves physically, maybe challenge our thinking. God, thank you that you promised to give us a new heart, to give us a new spirit, your spirit. Lord, search our hearts and remove any hardness. Replace our heart of stone with a heart of flesh so that we can love you and love others well. God, we thank you for this time. Thank you for how you love us, how you care for us, how you see us where we're at. God, help us to love others well today. And it's in your name I pray. Amen. So of course, feel free to stay here as long as you want to or as long as you need to. Whenever you're ready, we'll gently wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and roll over to whatever side feels comfortable for you. Taking a few breaths here. Whenever you're ready, we'll gently press it up back into its seated position. Taking a moment just to let the blood flow back down. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes here. Notice how you feel. Take one more deep breath in, reaching the arms up overhead. And on our exhale, we'll bring our hands down to our heart. Thank you so much for joining me here. Shalom. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, remember to keep living lively.